I like the fact that Pierce has it. I really wish it was on a Mac. Wish they'd start doing a Mac front end for it and work with them. That'd be nice. But yeah, I think it's.
What did they end up putting on? I was trying to find that.
Putting what?
The front end. What did they put it on?
They put it on either a Aero XT or a Velocity chassis.
Okay, yeah, there it is.
No raised roof, obviously, because it is a mid-mount, so you want to be able to get that aerial over the cab. You don't want to have anything else. You want that scrub zone to be good.
So, I think one of my favorite things about this is the operating range. The operating range, I think, was the most impressive because when we're looking at going into negatives, this thing goes negative 20,
which is it's almost unheard of. It's when it's set up the way it is, because
Correct.
With this you can't take it off the rear and drop the back down and pick the front up, and it's not designed for that like a rear mount would be, but this one to go negative 20 over the side is pretty impressive.
And the cool thing too is I think it was a 20-inch. It was a 20-inch step to get into the bucket when it's like to the ground, I believe. I'm trying to find all that stuff right here. We kind of have our notes here, and we're trying to scroll through them. But the video, I thought he said it was like a 20-inch step up.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Which is nice.
Under 2 feet.
Yeah, and instead of being a square, box, they actually kind of, what's the word? Cambered. Is that the word? Cambered?
They've angled it.
There's a word for it. I think it's cambered.
They've angled, another 20-cent word for the day here.
Something. I'm trying to use big words here. So they basically angled not only the bucket itself to kind of get it into like better areas to
so you can get off. You can get it tighter on the building. You get your scrub zone a little tighter. You can get right up against the building. This one here, at least Tower 100, that Pierce took to FDIC and showed off. It's got 2 big old nozzles on it. It's got a very short 5-section ladder, and it's really nice actually. It still goes to 100 feet in the air, and with it, it'll flow up to 2,000 gallons a minute out of that thing.
That's really nice.
So that's obviously a bonus.
And it actually has water on it, which is nice.
Yeah, you can get it in a couple configurations. You can get it in the quint configuration like it is here with a 300-gallon tank and carry 800 feet of 5-inch. Or if you want a true truck company configuration, you can get it too.
Yeah, it does have the no pump, no tank option, but
and it's got a 1,000-pound tip load. The new. So I got a chance to drive around one of those 107-foot new Pierce towers on the single axle. At least just around the station they came by, and the engineer came by, and the guy that has designed this new high-strength steel for the ladders is a very knowledgeable guy. He let me drive it around, but the bucket was a lot smaller than you're used to. The new controls are like a one-hand control, which is, to me, I didn't get to operate it, but it was a turn knob kind of deal, where you push forward and push back, and it seemed like it hung off the front a lot more than our 100-foot rear mount platform.
Yeah,
it gave a little more distance off the front than I was used to. At least with the turn we typically take with that thing, it seemed a little longer.
Yeah, but one of the things they did though with this, which I think is nice, especially for maneuvering streets or corners, whatever, is and by the way, I'm wrong. It wasn't cambered. It's chamfered is the word, but angled. We'll go with angled for now. But they actually angled the back too. So instead of being a square, they actually angled the back corners of it, which is nice, and brought the bumper in a little bit.
Yeah.
Actually, there's rarely any bumper at all.
No.
Which is in my opinion, which is really nice. And it's really, what was the length of it? 40.
So it's 41 feet 3 inches with a rear overhang, and it's 10 foot 8 inches. Which
that's awesome.
I know of a department in our state, a station that cannot put a tall ladder truck in there. It's got to have a mid-mount because of the historic value of the fire station and the ladder truck that's already there, and it's a Pierce, and they're happy with it, but if they need to replace it, I think they're going to look strongly at this one.
Yeah, I like the 10.8 is pretty impressive.
Oh yeah,
when I saw that
much anywhere.
Yeah, when I saw that, and especially in one of the videos that I saw, they showed him kind of going under like an overhang at like a nursing home.
Yep.
It was impressive just to see that this thing fits just like a normal engine would.
It's just like anything else, which makes it really, really nice to have.
Absolutely.
That's a huge selling point. And here it's also saying that all of the outriggers have their own pads already attached. So really, you get there, you extend, and you drop.
Yeah, that's nice.
I mean, that's it. You own your space. That's what you do. You own your space.
Quick deployment.
The only other thing that I saw with it, and I like that you don't even have to do anything to extend to touch the ground, basically. I mean, I like that there's that option. But the other option that I really liked with it is, and I had it, and it was on the tip of my tongue, carries 170 feet of ground ladders, too.
Yes.
That's pretty impressive.
That is. Especially on top of, and that was 170 foot, or 770 feet on top. That was actually in an engine that had, or a truck that had up to 300 gallons.
Oh yeah,
which is like
on the Quint side.
Yeah, and it was
that 170 feet, not 770 feet.
What did I say? 700.
700.
I meant 170.
It's a heck of a lot of ladders.
I would say I needed coffee, but I've had like 5 cups, so, and I wore half of one on my shirt.
I would like to see this in person. I'd like to drive it around. I'd like to see the setup on it. I mean, as a ladder truck guy, I really like this, and I think Pierce has really swung for the fences here, and I believe that they're going to sell a lot of these.
I agree, and I think it looks, it's one of those apparatus that I think they hit every single point of, like what was wrong with this one, what was wrong with this one, and they basically took all those and they just built one that fixed all those problems.
Oh yeah,
and I'm sure it's going to have problems still. There's probably people are going to find something wrong with it.
Yeah.
But from the aesthetic, from the look of it right now, I don't have any complaints.
No, I mean, Pierce typically I think makes a very good quality apparatus.
Yeah, they do.
The other thing that I saw that I was a little iffy on was the turntable itself. To keep the height down, they've got, it looks like a slide up control box where you would slide it up to your needs to fit you.
You don't like that?
No, I like the feature. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see that in person, obviously, as well. But I've seen an aerial device recently made by another manufacturer with the seat. The seat is not something that I'm a huge proponent of. I had a younger wannabe firefighter look at that thing and say, "Oh man, look at this! It's so nice. You can just sit here and you can control everything from here." And I said, "Yeah, but you can't see the other side of your ladder, and you can't see your positioning, and basically it breeds laziness."
Yeah. This one doesn't have a seat though, right?
It does not. No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
No.
It just has that sliding box.
Yep, I like the slide box. That's
Gotcha.
what made me think about it though and look at it. I mean, I think that I really think that Pierce has hit a home run with this, and like I said, I'd like to see it in person.
I agree.
So, any local reps want to bring it by, hit us up, let us know, and we'll let you know where we're at. And
we would love to see it.
You can come on out, and we'll drive it up and down the road all day, and
or if you're close,
put it in some tight spots for you. I promise I'll find some spots.
Or if you're anywhere close by down here in South Carolina, let us know. I'll drive to you.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance I'll come to you too. We'll take a road trip.
Yeah, absolutely. But
we'll day trip.
So, if you guys have any comments about what we talked about here, please let us know on the Facebook page. Or if you saw some other things at FDIC that you really love that we didn't talk about, please write us on Facebook, write us a message, or write on the wall, either one, and let us know, because these might be some of our favorite things that we saw. Not there in person, obviously, but these might be some of the favorite things that we saw. But if you were there, you might have saw some cool things in person and got your hands on. Like, I know there was some really cool boots. I forgot who made them. Globe, I think, made them, actually.
Globe did?
They actually had a display there where it was like an ice... did you see that?
I didn't see that.
So they basically had like this bridge made out of ice. And these new boots that they have are like grip.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, and they were actually cool. They were challenging people to put the boots on and actually walk up and then back down this ice bridge.
Try to slip and slide. I'm sure you had to sign a waiver as well.
I'm sure you did. But those are cool things that you might have actually tried at FDIC that we didn't get a chance to even see in person or even really see too much about. So if you saw anything at FDIC that you really, really want us to talk about or even just discuss on Facebook, keep the conversation going. This doesn't end with the podcast. This is something that we want to continually talk about past that podcast. Yeah. So keep it going, keep it talking. And use this information and talk about this stuff at the firehouse with your crew. Yeah,
if somebody has any suggestions, they want to hear more, they want to talk about it more, we're game. This is going to be great.
Absolutely. This is why we're doing this. We're doing this to talk. We're doing this to bring up conversation with everybody. So,
good, bad, or indifferent.
Yes. So we want to thank you guys so much for joining us on episode 5 of Into the Fire podcast.
We're going to be on iHeartRadio.
We are officially going to be on iHeartRadio. We are moving up in the world. What is going on?
That is so exciting.
So we just want to thank you guys and girls for listening and tuning in. But more importantly, please share us, like us on Facebook, like us on Instagram. Tell everybody about us.
What's the other one? Sharpay,
Spreaker. Jeez.
Sprinklers.
So, yeah.
Join us on the Sprinkler page.
The Sprinkler page. Join us on Spreaker, iTunes, SoundCloud, soon to be iHeartRadio.
Oh, iHeartRadio.
And YouTube. The YouTube's cool because you can actually listen to the episodes on YouTube.
Okay.
But we are going to be doing some live stuff soon too, where we I want to do a live episode as we talk and record. I want to do like a live video of us doing it.
So, and someday down in the future, maybe we can go out and do this in the field. And if anybody has any gear that they'd like for us to test,
yes,
I'm in. Bunker gear, get you some sizes, boots, helmets, the new Top Gun MSA helmet, you name it, we'll try it. The new Scott Air Packs. I'm in. I'll demo anything all day long.
Yeah, we want to try it all because I think everything that we talked about today I love. I think it's awesome, and I want to try it. I really do.
We'll put it all through its paces.
Mm-hmm. So if you want to send us any of that stuff, feel free to write us on Facebook, and we'll demo it for you.
Yes,
we'll
definitely demo it for you.
But that's all the time we have for today, so we just want to thank you guys and girls so much for listening, and stay tuned for episode 6, which is going to be next, and that is our fan voted on, which is going to be how to become a firefighter, and we are going to have a special guest for that one as well, other than Sean.
Other than me, it's all right. I'm being pushed to the side already.
Be pushed to the side.
Pushed to the side.
Thank you guys so much. Be safe, and we will talk to you soon. This is Into the Fire podcast. See ya!
All right, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.